Hello, you're welcome to our broadcast today. This is Familyaspect, and I'm your host, Charles Brown. Today, I want to be sharing with you on what I've titled The Greatest Mistake That Men Make in Relation to Their Wives. The greatest mistake that men make in relation to their wives. Now, in my previous video, if you watched that video, I shared with you on the very importance of valuing your partner or understanding the differences that you have. In other words, understanding who your wife is, who your husband is, the importance of it. It was an introductory video because I was planning, or I am planning, to share more of that with you on this series of teachings that has to do with understanding the difference, having an understanding or identifying the difference in your spouse, knowing who your spouse is, knowing their value system. Because you see, man is different from a woman. The value system of a man is never the same with the value system of a woman. But you see, a lot of men and women have not come to understand that there are different value systems. And that's what I'm going to be sharing with you in the long run on this series. But today, I want to talk about the mistakes that men make in relation with their wives. And what is that mistake? Well, before I answer that question, I have received several complaints, and all over the world, statistics shows that women are always complaining about one thing majorly that men do wrong. That men do not listen to them. They have this complaint that men do not listen to them. So, what is the mistake that men actually, the most frequent error that we commit as men? And that is trying to fix the problem for the woman, trying to be the Mr. Fix-It. That has been our major problem. We try to fix everything. So I tell you what, stop trying to fix her. Stop trying to be Mr. Fix-It. If only you understand this concept I just gave you, your relationship will begin to improve almost instantly. I'm telling you, almost instantly. Your relationship will begin to improve. Let me go deeper into what I meant by this, by this word not being Mr. Fix-It. What does it mean of not being Mr. Fix-It? Now, if women complains a lot that men do not listen to them, so what do they want? How do we identify this problem and fix it? Okay. The first thing I want you to know is that if you pay attention to your wife, she will improve in our love, in our care, in our support, and in being a wife to you. She will improve almost instantly. Because the power of listening, the power of good listening has so many effects, positive effects on a woman. And one of the funniest things we do is that we pretend as though we're listening to women, listening to our wives. When they complain, when they come up with worries, when they talk about their problems, we just pretend as though we're listening. Whereas there are some men who doesn't even listen at all. Many men don't even listen. They don't have time for it. They tell the woman, look, woman, I don't have time for your nonsense. No, it's not a nonsense. Understand that this woman is going through pain. She wants to confide on you. She wants someone who will validate her emotions, validates her feelings. So she looking for the man she love to validate her feelings. But some of us, while they are talking to us, trying to explain their concerns and feeling to us, we are busy trying to fix their problem. We are busy trying to solve the negative feelings or trying to convert them from negative feelings to positive feelings. We're trying to change their attitude. We're trying to change their mentality. We're trying to help them think right and provide solution for them. So we think they have a problem. Of course they do have a problem, but not the one that you can fix. So they didn't come, or they are not complaining to you or explaining things to you because they want you to fix them. But that's the mistake we make. So whenever a woman comes and our wife comes home, or probably they are going through stress or some kind of personal issues, or they want to talk about something that worries or that gives them major concern, so they expect us to listen to them, but we pretend as though we're listening, and then we start thinking of providing solutions. So we start telling them, you know what, I think you should do this. You know what, I think you should stop doing that. You know what, why not decide to call this person? Why not do that? No, they are not asking you for solution. They are asking you for simply one thing: to listen, that you listen to them. Not just listening, but listen with so much interest and empathy. Not doing that is to invalidate. Listen, if you do something else outside what I just told you, you are invalidating the feeling of your wife. You are invalidating how your wife feels. What does that mean? It means you're showing to her indirectly that you do not care about what she feels. You are showing to her indirectly that you are not concerned about how she feels. You are showing to her indirectly that you do not care at all. So you're saying, I don't want to listen. I'm not listening to you. I don't give a hook about what you're saying. I'm not interested. When we do that, we are invalidating the feeling of our wives. And what does that mean? It means it makes them begin to act in a very messy way. You know what I mean when a woman becomes messy? That means in her attitude, she become very messy in her attitude. She start disbelieving you. She start distrusting you. And you don't get so much of her love that you expect. And then what you expect is disrespect. Why is that? It's not because she just wants to disrespect you or dishonor you or resist you in many ways, especially in your bedroom. She resists you now. So you start feeling, what's wrong with her? What's her problem? Well, her problem was you invalidated her feelings. That's the problem. And when you begin to understand that 80% of what women do, 80% of how they think, 80% of how they express themselves is emotional. The way a woman is wired, she is wired to function through a chemistry of emotion. Her emotions, or the hormones that governs her brain, that works and that activates our brain, they are functioning through emotions. Everything about her mindset, everything about her, the way she think, the way she read, the way she does express herself, all of these things are done through emotions. They are done or expressed through emotions. So she's governed mostly or operates mostly by emotions. So if you consider her feeling first, you will begin to have a happy woman, a happy wife every day. First, learn to listen. That's one thing I'll tell you. You have to learn to listen. Because every time she comes to you, explaining herself to you, trying to talk about things that concerns her to you, she is looking for someone to listen with empathy, to listen with interest. And that's what you're supposed to do. That's what we men are supposed to do. Listen, I learned the hard way. I must tell you, I haven't been married for over 8 years. I know that this thing works. You see, I put it to work and it produced results. And I'm happy that I did learn some of these things early enough. Because when I got married early enough, many years ago, about obviously early, the first year of my marriage, I began to mention some of these things and share some of this thought with some few people who care to listen. Guess what they told me? You just started. I think it's because you just got married and the thing is just, jig in your head. So I think that's why you're just, I thought, well, these are the things I thought I should know before getting married. So I think it's something that works. These are principles. But guess what? It's over 8 years now. I'm still here standing talking about it. And my marriage is still, by the grace of God, we are moving on happily, joyfully. And I feel that these are the things that work. These are the things that work. So I'm sharing these things with you because I know that women love these things. And if they do, then why not do them? Why not give them what they want? You see, so here's a summary here of what I'm trying to tell you. You see, men, as a man, or men generally, as a husband, stop trying to fix your spouse, your wife. Stop trying to solve their problem when they come with their problems. You understand? They are not asking you to fix them. They are not asking you to solve their problem. They are not asking you for solutions. Don't be Mr. Fix-It. Otherwise, you get it wrong. You get an angry woman, an unsatisfied woman. You get a woman who will be messy emotionally. And when that happens, it will affect you as a man. It will affect you, definitely. It does affect us if we mess up by trying to invalidate their feelings. We get into trouble. So I'm trying to help you understand this, how important this will be for you and in your relationship. So you need to remember this, that when a woman comes to you, I'm repeating this because this is it. If you understand it, you will have a happy wife from tonight. I'm telling you. See, when a woman comes to you, your wife comes to you, and she is upset and she's letting out all of this anger, all what is making her angry, and she's just pouring out these obsessions, pouring out these worries and concern to you. Guess what? Don't try to fix her. Just listen. Because she is coming to you so that she can get closer to you. One of the reasons women come and share their problem with us is because they feel closer to us as men. They feel closer. They feel assured, protected by us. So they come closer to us. They feel they can relate with us closer, better. So they come close. And it will be wrong for us to start pushing them away. How? By trying to fix them. And in most times, we fix them aggressively because they are refusing and resisting us. The more we try to fix them, the more we try to tell them what to do to solve their problem, as though we are solving their problem, the more they resist us. And the more they resist us, the more we want to try and fix them. And the more they try to resist us, the more we get angry. And the more we get angry, the whole house is messy now. Guess what? Argument, quarrel, and fighting begins. She doesn't want you to fix her. Stop trying to fix her. Just listen. Just listen. Let me share some example with you on how this is being done by us without knowing. For example, she comes and she's like, I'm tired of the chores at home. Just me alone. I'm busy doing all of these things. I'm so tired. I've been very, very busy all day. I don't know what to do. I'm so tired. We need help. We need help. And she's saying all of that. And you are just there and if you say what? If you say, okay, what do you want me to do now? So I should what? I should what? Am I not busy also? Am I not busy also? Oh, come on. No, that is wrong response. Some other men will say, hey woman, will you just please keep quiet? I try to get my peace here. That's again the wrong response. And you wonder why your marriage is not working. There are other men who will say, well, woman, I think, okay, why not get help then? Maybe we should get somebody to help. Maybe we should look for someone to help. In reality, that's not what she wants. All of these statements, we invalidate her feelings. I used to be there. I can tell you how terrible we end up quarreling and arguing. But by the time I learned this principle, it began to change things around. Let me tell you what I would do in such a place, in such a situation. Now she's complaining about it, and I'll say, wow. And I'm listening, I say, oh dear, my love, I can imagine. Oh dear, please come, give me a hug. And then she gives me a hug. And guess what? I said, don't worry, everything's gonna be all right. No, I'm not worried. Okay. All right. You see, I'm calming her down and I'm giving her empathy and I'm showing interest. See, every time I try to say something as though I'm giving her an advice or try to provide solution for her, she sparks up, she triggers. So men need to study that. It's very important. You need to study what triggers your wife to be provoked, upset. You say, who cares if she's upset? Well, that's why you're having a terrible marriage experience. Who doesn't care? You should care. That's very important. You should care. All right? Don't say to her, you shouldn't feel bad. No. She's already feeling bad. You're telling her she shouldn't feel bad. That will not help. So what do? You give her a hug. You tell her, I'm always here. I'm always here. And don't say anything more than that. Let her say everything she wants to say. But remember, to hug her, bring her close. When she's feeling those emotions, when she's upset, her energy, her body is vibrating emotionally. You need to hug her. You need to calm her down. You need to show that you love her. You need to show that you care about her feelings. You are not supposed to invalidate her feelings, but that is what we do. We make them feel as though we do not care about how they feel. And that makes things go wrong. A lot of times, things really go wrong, badly wrong, you see. So I encourage you guys, man, there's so many instances I can share with you, but on this video, time will not permit me to, say some more about this. But guess what? If you will put this principle to work, if you will first of all stop using those statements, and just learn to listen. Learn to listen. Learn to listen. Be calm. Even though all those solutions are bubbling up in you because you're designed to act that way. But you see, because she is a woman and she's expressing her emotions, her troubles, her concerns, her worries, that is not the time. That is never the time. When a woman needs advice from their husband, when they need solution, they come in a different way. It is not when they are upset. It is not when they are complaining to you about what they are feeling, how they are feeling, or how bad their day was, or how somebody upset them at work or at the market square. It is not the time. That's not the time for you to provide solution or suggest anything. It's a time for you to listen and let them pour out all of these emotions. Let them pour out whatever it is that they are going through. Let them verse those things on you by listening. And then you listen with empathy. You listen with interest. Don't miss those two words in action. You listen with empathy. You listen with great interest. And you'll be amazed how appreciative she will be to you every time if you do that. Yeah, every time. If you do that. If you understand this, that this is what a woman needs from you, the ability for you to listen to her with empathy and interest without trying to fix her or solve her problems, you will be having an amazing relationship with your wife every time you apply this principle. Thank you for listening today. I believe you have been inspired, encouraged by these words and principles. You put them to work. Well, there's so much more to share. So if you want to be part of what other videos and counseling and advice we have to provide, don't hesitate to follow us. I want you to subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell notification button on there, and you have every video that we upload or we are live, you'll be the first to know. And if you're watching us on Facebook, I want you to also like this video, comment on it, and also share this video with your friends, and follow us on Facebook. Guess what? Every time we have our video come up, you'll be the first to know. I want to thank you all for being there and for listening and for sharing this video to other people that you know and you love. And applying the principle is the key. Thank you so much. Until I see you again. Now, listen, the next video I'm going to be sharing with you is the greatest mistake that women make about their husband. And I want to share that with you if you will be listening here in our next video. Thank you so much. I appreciate. And now I quit. See you again. Bye.